emergency? It's what, sorry? What kind of vehicle is it? Okie dokie, leave it with us, we'll get officers out there.
Yeah, 2-4. Just at the mile marker from 29.
On the M1.
It's what, Fiat 500, like small one, isn't it? Yeah.
PC's Matt Cooling and Josh Field are responding to an emergency call from a member of the public.
There's a report of an erratic driver in a Fiat 500 travelling down the M1 south. Switching lanes apparently and driving with its indicators still on. There's some suggested as well that it may have hit the central barrier and carried on. We're just trying to play catch up.
Where are you, junction 29? I'm ahead of you.
Fellow officer Carl Jackson also joins the chase for the suspect.
The fact that they've had a collision and continue to drive sets alarm bells ringing, really. And you kind of think, well, this is somebody that's very drunk or on drugs or potentially unwell, but it certainly needs us to find him.
That's it then. Contact. Slowly stop. It's all over already. 4-5 miles an hour.
With the car showing no signs of stopping for Carl.
That's it, yeah.
Matt and Josh arrive to provide backup.
Made from Tango 29, I'm with 27. Yeah, it's valid stop.
Half a mile from 27. Still lane 2. Speed 60. Now lane 1. Normal down.
I've seen lots of accidents, and that sort of driving kills people. Every second he's behind that wheel adds to the risk of an accident happening.
It's come off at 27, approaching red traffic light, stand by.
If it goes through the traffic lights, then the pursuit will continue on country road.
Through the red light.
I could see the opportunity to end it.
Carl cuts the Fiat off from the front as Matt and Josh box it in from behind.
Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the car! Wait, he's on the seatbelt! He's on the seatbelt! Hold on, he's on the seatbelt!
You have no idea if that person is going to be violent towards you or your colleagues. If we let our guard down, then I run the risk of being injured, or even worse.
And if you're Tango 29, vehicle stop, no damage, one detained. I think he's drunk, mate. Stinks of booze. Should be any there. Yeah. It absolutely reeks of alcohol when we put his head into the car. It stinks of booze. So we'll get him on the breathalyzer to see if he's over the limit. But it wouldn't surprise me. It absolutely reeks when we put his head in that car.
Right. You're under arrest for failing to stop. Dangerous driving. No, I'm not kidding. You look like I'm kidding.
I can see your face.
Yeah, I'm not kidding then, am I? How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
24.
Right. When did you last have a drink?
I know.
When did you last have a drink?
Yeah, 6 hours ago.
6 hours ago, right. Well, I think you're drunk and you've committed moving traffic offences. Listen to me, I'm talking to you. You was already drunk?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't need to lie to me, you're going to blow into this. Right? It's an approved device, you just blow into it. It'll tell me how much alcohol you've got in your system. If you refuse to blow into it, it's an offence,
Yeah, I know.
which you'll get arrested for as well.
Do you understand my dad is in Mexico?
Well, he'll be proud of you, won't he? Are you going to blow
He
into it
will
or not?
He will not, but he'll know.
Are you going to blow into this or not?
No, I'm not.
You're not? Okay, so you're under arrest for failing to provide as well.
That's fine.
Yeah, it is fine, yeah, I know it's fine.
I know my rights.
Yeah? Okay, that's brilliant. You're under arrest for dangerous driving, failing to stop, and for failing to provide a sample of breath. Do you understand that with your rights?
sorry.
No, well, carry on. Put seatbelt on.
No, really can't.
He seemed to think that he knew people that were high up either in the police or in the courts, and he had no issues or worries about being drunk. And that wound me up a bit.
I don't care.
Mate, yeah, you do.
Chesterfield or Derby?
Either.
We'll go Chesterfield from here. The easiest thing.
Back up then, won't
Yeah, yeah.
You just let them know.
I'll follow you.
If the suspect refuses another test back at custody, he could face an automatic driving ban.
The RA is no pedestrians.
20 miles away at Force HQ,
All right, okay. Yeah, what's on your phone?
Control is receiving an urgent call about another reckless driver, this time from a neighbouring force.
Tango 2 forums. Staff to say they've got one coming through on it. You able to start making it away from it?
Staffordshire police are pursuing a stolen Audi and are about to cross the border into Derbyshire.
Heard an assistant shout, so they'll ask for all units in the area to start travelling.
Traffic cop Alex Boniface is en route to intercept.
Traffic officers generally are the officers that pursue and safely resolve a pursuit. It's incredibly dangerous, and that's why you have to be highly trained to do it.
As Alex joins the pursuit, he takes over as the lead car.
Officer, let's go first.
Thank you, Tango 44. It is taking pursuit comms. It is lane 2, speeds 60, continues towards Beckton Island. Stand by. It's onto the island, not one, not one. Not two, not two. Not three, so resit, back towards Littleton Island, ideally stinger towards Little Leafton, and then also diving up towards Marquise, please with stinger. I believe this may go back towards Staffs.
I'm going to make no change off and it comes this way.
Speed is 90, vehicle is slightly swerving.
It's incredibly dangerous. In my experience of having pursuits, things can go wrong. When they go wrong at high speed, it can be catastrophic.
Stand by, it's a crash.
As soon as you see a vehicle crash in front of you, naturally you think the worst.
Vehicle has crashed, spinning across the road.
Coming up,
You're in a gate on the island.
despite the crash, Alex's pursuit escalates.
Yes, reverse ram.
Give me a hand.
Drivers resisting arrest
Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
and more chaos on Derbyshire's fast roads.
Ideally stinger towards Little Leafton.
In Derbyshire,
I believe this may go back towards Staffs.
traffic cop Alex Boniface is pursuing a stolen Audi.
I'm going to make no change off and it comes this way.
The fleeing suspect's driving is becoming increasingly dangerous.
Stand by, it's a crash. Vehicle is spinning across the road.
As soon as you see a vehicle crash in front of you, naturally you think the worst.
10-12 please, vehicle has crashed. It's now slowing to 50. It did momentarily lose control and hit the central reservation. No member of the public have been involved.
To then see that vehicle regain control and then continue, it's absolutely incredible.
It's now increasing to 80.
Yes, you've still got this vehicle hurtling out of control with no tyres, but part of you is relieved, no one's seriously injured.
I have a vehicle with no reciprocal on Southwood.
Yes, I'll try and quarter the vehicle to keep him on the correct side. Stand by, it's onto the roundabout, not one. It's the second, 838 Kingsway, south. Vehicle has sustained damage. Vehicle looks like it has 2 tyres out, sparks coming from the rear of the vehicle.
There's a risk that vehicle's out of control, and we're still achieving pretty much over 100 miles an hour.
Can I have 3 TPAP vehicles with me, please, if possible?
Can I get that vehicle in place so we've got to call to stop, please?
Approaching McDonald's on the near side. It's taking traffic the lane straight down the middle. Approaching the red ATS. DRA is now high. Going through the red ATS.
approaching traffic signal lights. When they're on red, you're just hoping that all your lights and sirens are going to pre-warn people of the danger that's coming through.
Just confirm Stinger is ready.
Yes, yes, Stinger ready, please, on the island.
Thank you.
Remember you told us.
If you've got Stinger ready, I'll count you down. We are approaching Parkport Island.
Up ahead, other officers have set up a stinger.
300
yards, down to 200 yards, 100 yards. I will back up, right, deploy Stinger on the approach. It's moving to lane 3. It's forcing its way through traffic. The RA is high for the stage.
He's realised that he's got nowhere to go. With that, I push up as close as I can to him to minimise any kind of damage to my police vehicle, because I know what's coming next.
Yes, reverse ramp.
It doesn't look fast, but when you're being hit by a car, it throws you back. It's such a dirty tactic. We've had officers that have been seriously injured and have never recovered from their injuries.
Move the Stinger.
The Audi driver makes off with his tyres shredded.
Vehicle is lane 2, speeds 90. Vehicle is sparking, back to lane 1. Vehicle tyres have been stolen.
Maintain contact with the vehicle, back off the time and space, please.
Yes. I've got 3 T-Pad vehicles with me. We'll try and do and get by. Box on.
The most dangerous part of the pursuit is when you get out of that vehicle to put the handcuffs on him, because you never know which way it's going to go.
I'm gonna give me a hand. Officer's got it. The officer's got it. Give me a hand. The officer's got it. Give me a hand. I am. Right, have you got your seatbelts on? No, I don't. Out this side then.
The stolen Audi has been driven so hard, its brakes are on fire.
Well, it was alright, mate.
Listen to me. You're under arrest. On suspicion of dangerous driving, failing to stop for police and theft of motor vehicle.
Not a problem.
So now, if anything that may harm your defence, if you do not measure one question, something which you later rely on in court, anything you do say may be given as evidence. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Listen.
ODS line's nothing, mate. Just start locking your cars.
There you go.
Well, if you don't give
If
it...
you're not understanding, I'll tell you what I'll do it, what won't. I'll not be honest, I'll not lie, I'll not be I'll tell you the truth. I'm an honest man. That's why you're all the way down in Derby, now with a stolen car.
You just add to the log. At 38 minutes past, he's made reference to the fact knowing that it's stolen.
This is what we're given. Right, well, that's how it's designed like...
10 minutes if I get pulled, I promise you.
If you spit once more, we're going to put a hood on you to stop you spitting. No, well, we don't want your spit all over.
I'm spitting on my own hand. You can't stop me from doing that. Listen, you can't stop that. I've got human rights.
I don't think anyone can say hand on heart that they enjoy dealing with hostility or abuse.
Now I'm going to get a bit more pissed off with this opener.
Yep.
I weren't meant to spit that far. Well, you did. Go on. Put it on.
The reason why we put this on, go on, do it. Protection, do it. COVID.
Do it. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to explain it. I spat too far then. I'm doing it. Go on.
The man will now be taken to custody. 30 miles away at Chesterfield Police Station.
Just need to get out of the car. There's no rocket science.
Another failed-to-stop driver is about to be booked in by PC Carl Jackson.
Would you like me to help you get out of the car?
The suspected drink driver was stopped in a Fiat on the M1 earlier this evening.
Drink drivers wind me up in general because, as a family liaison officer, I kind of sit through people's pain in their houses because they've lost a loved one through somebody through drink or drugs, and he didn't care.
No, we won't get off you. You're under arrest.
There's nothing wrong. No, obviously not.
What the... Let me tell my father. Turn around and walk that way.
What have I done to you? Failed to stop, drink drive, dangerous drive, and failed to provide a sample of breath. That's all I can think of at the minute. You find the situation funny? 'Cause I don't. Sorry, what's going to happen to me? Where you live. You're going to find out where I live? Me? Is that what you just said?
You're going to be very surprised that the lawyers come in. They're worth a lot of money, they are.
I don't care how much your lawyers are worth. They might struggle to get your hands.
You can hurt me as much as you like, but once.
We're not going to hurt you. We're just going to put you on a breath.
You're not going to hurt me, mate. Just write me down. Watch. When the lawyers come in.
Them high-priced lawyers you keep talking about.
Don't be silly.
Squaring up to you. Was I squaring
Don't
up
be
to
silly. You're resisting. You're trying to pull away. So don't lean towards me. Don't lean towards me and stop trying to pull away. Stop trying to pull away. Stop trying to pull away. I'm not listening to you. Don't try and pull away. Don't try and pull away.
Watch this.
I don't come to work to be assaulted. If I feel as though someone is a threat to me or is going to assault me, then we'll deal with them quite robustly, really.
I don't want this. I don't want to have a break horn.
Who's this?
I don't want to do that.
Son.
Can't let me gather and go.
You don't have to. That's fine, son. It's just you wanted the solicitor to say yes.
Okay, I just don't want to record.
Okay. What's going to happen now?
Currently, on my workload, I'd been dealing with, for some time, a family who had lost their mother from a drink driver. All that's kind of in the back of my head, and now I'm stood with a drink driver, and it's only natural that that kind of upset me a bit.
I've not been driving right now.
What? What do you mean? Do you agree to provide 2 samples of breath? You're under investigation.
Yeah.
Do you agree to provide 2 samples of breath?
I just said yes. Why are you getting all crazy on it?
You just confused me with your last response.
Don't get so crazy on it.
Call me, mate, it's alright. Just in there, we'll have a seat on that black chair in there, mate, it's alright.
Get rid of that.
The young man is required to take an evidential breath test. Failure to do so risks an unlimited fine or 6 months in prison.
Follow me,
He's tried to provide a sample on the machine, but he's not following the instructions or blowing correctly. He's messing about, so he's failed to provide, which is ineffective itself. He did give a slight bit of breath. The machine gives you a reading on that slight bit of breath. So it's not a full sample, but even the slight sample that he gave was, I think it read like 90 something. And that's on a slight sample. So if he'd have given a full sample, it'd have been, well over 100 knot. Easily.
Failure to bride, Sarge, you gave me 4 attempts to blow. Okay, code 5 is specimen breath for analysis, okay? Further authorising officer, I want to further authorise your attention this time while you're here. We'll also need to still interview you regarding the other traffic issues. Take your anti-cell then, come round to number 12 first. This way.
The man will be left in a cell until sober enough to be interviewed.
And you can see from how he is, he's an absolute state. But yet, he plays the role of being some sort of hard done by victim in all of this. But he's the one that's putting people at risk.
Coming up,
That's a really bad position to get hit.
the traffic cops deal with a case of careless driving.
It does appear that the collision has occurred as a result of something that happened with your vehicle or something that you did.
Confiscate dangerous vehicles.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
And hunt down wanted men.
If you just let out that car. An Oscar Tango 43.
What, 3 grand?
Just confirm the direction of travel at this 1018.
It's rush hour on the A50 in Derbyshire.
It's an 850 westbound. 438.
Traffic cop Jason Potts is responding to an urgent call. A Fiesta is stuck on the central reservation, posing a risk to other cars.
A50 is main trunk road between like the motorway and up to Stoke. Very heavy traffic usually, so it'll be causing chaos.
Bad enough to having a car broken down, but when you've got heavy traffic speeding past, it's only a matter of time until it's involved in an accident.
while Jason is still en route. A Mercedes has hit the stricken Fiesta.
When you've got vehicles colliding at 70 plus miles an hour, it never ends well.
We're not sure about injuries, but it's supposed to be vehicles all over the carriageway. It's amazing how much traffic in such a short time. Okay, we're at the front now. My concern is the white cars side on to all the other traffic. That's a really bad position to get hit. That's how people end up with serious neck and back injuries.
When we arrive at the scene, the main priority is, does anybody need serious medical attention?
Hello? Anybody hurt? Where is he? He's there.
Jason checks up on the driver of the white Fiesta.
Oh yeah. Is that the injury you've got? Yeah. Receiving 4-3. Can you call for an ambulance, please?
There's nobody seriously injured, so we can move on to the next issue.
What happened?
The front wheel light came on.
Right, whilst you're driving?
Yeah. So, and as I was taking over a lorry,
yeah,
it came off, so I pulled in, put my hazards on, and I rang 111 to try and get somebody to come out behind me.
Yeah.
And, like, make sure the traffic was thinking. And
yeah.
as I was on the phone, the Mercedes went into the back of it.
Right. Have you physically seen the wheel come off, or have you had a blowout?
I don't know what happened, but you know, like there was like a bit of metal and it had come apart from the axle.
Right, okay. Obviously at this stage, it does appear that the collision has occurred as a result of something that happened with your vehicle or something that you did. Okay. So I'm going to speak to all the witnesses, going to have the vehicle recovered, we're going to have it examined, and we'll take it from there once that's been examined, all right? Right, I'll go and get these other chap's details.
Can't believe it. If I hadn't seen it, if I hadn't looked up and seen it at that moment, glanced at him, I would have squared in the back of him.
Yeah.
It would have been a completely different story, wouldn't it?
Have you got any reason why that vehicle was stationed? Have you seen anything up ahead or anything of that nature?
No, nothing. Like I say, I was behind the bloke, normal traffic, I was behind the bloke. And he could see I was waiting to overtake him, so he pulled over. I don't know whether he saw him or not. He pulled over. And I accelerated as you would do when you're overtaking something, sort of, and he was there, bang, straight in front of me.
Okay.
I've got a dash cam.
Is it built into the car then?
It's fitted since the car was purchased, you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
Reviewing the dashcam footage from the Mercedes, it appears its driver may have been distracted overtaking another car.
Tosspot, idiot.
This evidence will be used in Jason's investigation and could mean that the Mercedes driver will face charges of driving without due care and attention.
What I'm going to do is start getting vehicles moved. So I would suggest, because the vehicles are going to have to swerve through, I would stay this side. It'll be slow moving, but if we don't start moving, we're never going to get anybody. So stay out of that lane, that's where your danger's going to be. Okay. Keep your speed down to about 40 mile an hour. Once you get past the junction, you can drive as normal.
Before the clear-up begins, Jason checks for evidence of how the Fiesta ended up in the central reservation.
It's whether it's snapped off on impact or whether it's like the metal's kind of given way. It's an interesting one, different. If that snapped because of the impact he's been involved in, then he's obviously got questions to answer. But if you look, the marks on the road are before he's been hit. I asked him if he'd had a blow and he said he didn't know. He just said the car was vibrating on that side. Is that the gouge? Well look, it goes right back as far as that. It goes for miles.
Unless that's the Mercedes
braking.
But if there'd be two tracks, I reckon he's had a blowout here, mate. And I reckon it's popped and he's been struck by the Mercedes.
Because if that wheel's not rotating properly, it's actually pushing the rubber. There's a good chance that he's had a blowout, he's had issues controlling the vehicle, which is on the steering axle, so it's understandable, and it's on the right side of, compared with the damage to the wheel on there, and where the damage is on the arm cut, we're wondering whether that's caused the issue with the wheel rather than the tyre. It may just be a simple case of tyres blown.
cars and the dashcam footage will all now be examined to see what happened and if criminal proceedings are needed. As for Jason, he's back out on patrol in Derby.
Oscar Tango 27 going now, over. Again, he's state 12, over. Yeah, he's showing warning markers of drugs.
A call has come in from a plainclothed unit.
Say we unmarked officers do not make an approach on the vehicle when it came to a stop.
They need help stopping a car that has previously been linked to drug dealing.
Police now 2 occupants, Asian male driver, chubby bill, approaching the large roundabout from home.
What's the registration number?
Delta Sierra 11.
Yes, with it. Oscar Tango 43.
If you can move now, I can get out and we can be behind it.
2-4. Vehicle stop, no damage. Hands up. Okay, you've been detained under section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, okay? We're going to search it because we believe the vehicle may be used in commission of drugs, okay? Alright. Have you got any drugs on you at all? Anything in your pockets that's going to harm me or harm yourself? Right, what I'd like you to do is just stand just outside here so we can search you. Count PC pots.
While Jason and local cops search the occupants,
Have you got any drugs on you at all?
the plainclothes officers search the vehicle.
We have the same registration plates, same cars coming to our attention all the time. Usually the same individuals in connection with committing crime. We have information that this vehicle is known locally to supply or be in the concern of drugs. Just wait till my colleagues are finished.
The car may be linked to drug dealing, but there's no evidence that these men are involved in any criminality.
No drugs have been found, which is unfortunate on this occasion. That front one's bald.
I've got a bulge in it.
Yeah. We're just going to have a quick look around the vehicle because it's not in the best conditions. It looks like the front tyres are bald. So we'll deal with the driver accordingly for that. So we've got 1 mil across the 3/4 width of the... that one's illegal. The other side's even worse. So these tyres are well past the best and should have been replaced ages ago. So you're talking penalty points on your driving licence and a fine for driving around like this.
Under the bonnet, even more dangers are revealed.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I think we'll have this recovered.
Yeah.
And we'll have a PG9 done on it.
Yeah. You need that film done.
Yeah.
We've got here, we just noticed you've got this packing strap holding the radiator in place. I was taking pictures. If you have a look at this now, that whole radiator is only being held in by a little bit of plastic there. That could fall out any time. If that falls out onto the road, apart from potentially causing the vehicle to crash, could cause another nasty accident. So we're going to get the vehicle recovered, we're going to get a full exam on it.
If you look here on this number plate, it's got a separate set of screws. So 2 pairs of screws, one to hold this on, and another one to put your dodgy number plate on while you go and commit your crime. So that as you go through cameras, the number that's hitting up will seem legitimate, with the one that's known clearly been masked by the one on top of it. So it's not a surprise that it may be a pull car and being used by many. So not for much longer because we're having it.
Why's the car gone?
Yeah. Because there's that many defects on it. Serious. Basically, because the vehicle's in such condition. Okay, listen to what I'm saying to you. Because the vehicle's in such condition, we're seizing the vehicle so it can be examined for what we call a PG9 to make sure that the vehicle is in a such state that it's safe to use on the road. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is, it's your responsibility to make sure that it's okay. All right. If you've got insurance, very good. If you haven't, there are further offences which you're being looking for.
What's he looking at right now?
Well, you've got a fine and penalty points on your driving licence. You've got no penalty points at the moment?
No, but I've only been passed for a year.
Right, well, if you've only been driving for 12 months, there's a good chance that you'll lose your driving licence. Because if you collect more than so many points in your first 2 years, as you're aware, then they will revoke your driving licence. Okay? you're aware of that, and still you're quite happy to drive around in that vehicle.
I didn't know any of these. I've had it to the garage, I didn't MOT and all that, and everything was alright with it.
Well, I don't know where you've taken that car for an MOT, but that would not pass an MOT.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked myself.
So,
I can't really say anything.
yeah, I'm sure you can't say anything more as well. So the plan is, waiting for the recovery garage to come and collect his vehicle. He's obviously feeling sorry for himself now because he realises that he's been driving for 12 months. If you collect more than up to 6 points in your first 2 years, then they revoke your driving licence. So we'll be starting all over again.
Coming up,
Are you known to us? What for?
the traffic cops hunt down a wanted man
To your van?
with a dangerous van.
It's an absolute shed. It's not really roadworthy.
Whilst out looking for dangerous, unroadworthy cars, traffic cop Alex Boniface receives an alert from Control about another matter.
Yeah, just for information, it's about this one about the police. Keeps hitting camera. If you can just keep it down for them.
Looking for a vehicle with a wanted male on board. In a white transit van. He's wanted for making threats. So he's pinged a camera coming into the city. So we'll keep an eye out for that. At night, the road's clear. See, travelling criminals, they stand out a little bit more. It's kind of easier to pick them out at night.
It's not long before Alex spots something.
White transit there. We'll just have a look at that just in case it is. This van doesn't look in the best of condition, and anything like that always raises suspicions. If the van's not being cared for or looked after, you don't believe it's roadworthy. These things sometimes lead on to others.
The transit takes a series of quick turns down side streets.
So let's lad up to.
Just as Alex is about to put his blues on,
Tango 4-4. More units to me, little over lane.
the van pulls up and the passenger jumps out.
Oh, what are you doing now? He's going.
Sorry, it's acceptable for again.
Can I have a Derby unit to me, please? A vehicle that's had a passenger decamp from it. It's a white transit van. Possible the one with the Wamper on board.
Good morning. Yeah, 5-1.
Who've you just let out that car?
Sorry?
Who've you just let out there?
No one.
Don't lie to me. Who've you just let out? I've just seen someone bail out. Is it your van?
Say my mum's name.
You insured to drive it?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Oscar Tango 4-4. Yeah, I'm with driver. Passengers bailed out in the dress, just at the top.
Is the passenger still missing?
Yes. I think he's probably hiding in the garden. Can I have a local unit to me, please, ASAP?
While local units search for the passenger, Alex checks if the driver is the wanted man.
14164. Checking sailing. Quite a lot of the time we come up against people that are bigger than us, they're stronger than us. It's always best to go in nice and calm, make it sound like it's just a normal traffic stop, and therefore doesn't get their backs up. Are you known to us?
Yes, I am.
What for?
Sorry?
What for?
Should be all on the system.
I'm asking you though.
All on the system.
Well, I haven't got the system in front of me, have I?
Earpiece.
Hey?
You want earpiece?
I've got an earpiece, I haven't. I've got no earpiece.
No, you radio.
Yes.
Yes, but one violence on bail is the one that's threatening.
I've got to go talk to a police officer on Monday. St Mary's Wharf. With my solicitor. I've already booked it.
Come have a chat with me and we'll see. We'll get some details. Sometimes you have to be overly nice, so they don't feel that they have to be hostile towards us. In their mind, they're just thinking, oh, they're going to be asked a couple of more questions. It smells now the back of the police conference speak now, just confirm he's wanted.
Yes, sir. So it wasn't threatening to be able to whole arrest.
Yeah, thank you. Right, pal. I've checked on the system and you're showing as wanted. I know, I appreciate what you're saying about the local officers over in Ilkeston, but they've placed you on national computer as wanted. What we'll do is we'll get you into St Mary's Wharf, and then someone from Ilkeston will come down and speak to you, and they'll get it sorted tonight.
Will it be sorted so I can get out tonight or tomorrow morning?
I don't see a reason why not.
The suspect is taken to custody.
Oh, nice.
But before Alex follows, he checks the van.
It's an absolute shed. I mean, you can see lovely interior in this van. It's got a smashed windscreen. It's not really roadworthy. My colleague Chris has just said that I think he's got a bolt tyre. So we might be looking at it for sort of traffic offences like maybe PG9 as well. He's got a... Seeing this? A sledgehammer, and then there's some like kind of mini hammers and...
Quite dangerous.
Potentially got a defence to having them there, but it's things like that you just don't know whether they're going to use on us or whatever they're up to. Right, I'll go down to custody. Show me state 9, I'm travelling to Derby custody. S10-E04, can you just pass the VRM please, the transit?
Whilst the suspect awaits an interview about the alleged assault, Alex also has concerns about the condition of his van.
Ultimately, our job on Roads Policing Unit is to make the road safer. That is our core role. And no matter how minor people think that may be, that involves roadworthiness of vehicles. If that vehicle isn't roadworthy, that shouldn't be on the roads. You got a bolt tyre on your near side off. Yeah, so I'm going to give you a ticket for that. Yeah, it's completely bald. Can't pal because to be fair, listen, I've done you a favour because I'll tell you for why. I was going to seize your car, PG9, because it's borderline unroadworthy, which will cause you massive issues. Because you've got a smashed windscreen.
That's on the near side.
No, you've got a smashed windscreen on the near side, on the off side, sorry.
Yeah, on the off side. It doesn't matter, it's not on the right hand side.
Your rear lights are smashed. Okay, so there's a risk of them getting water in them. Okay, you've got rust all on the chassis, on like the wheel arches as well. It's an absolute shed, plus you've got a bolt tyre, so I'll do with you for the tyre pal, that's the best I can do. It's that, I'll seize the whole car. Come on.
The police officer's there to protect the public. It could be any number of things, whether it's a broken down vehicle, it could be a collision, chasing criminals, taking vehicles off the road. You just don't know.
I've seen lots of accidents and lots of injuries. You do generally think sometimes that the actions you've taken have saved a life.
In this episode,
is it your van? You insured to drive it?
Yes,
yeah, no.
The wanted man in the van received a fine and points for his bald tyres, and is also due to appear in court for a separate case of driving whilst disqualified and no insurance.
Yeah, thank you. Right, pal.
No action was taken against the man in relation to the alleged assault.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
The driver of the dangerous car was summoned to court and pleaded guilty to driving without insurance, using a vehicle in a condition likely to cause harm, running a red light, and driving with bald and bulging tyres.
That one's illegal.
He was banned from driving for 6 months and received a £120 fine and 9 points on his licence. The Mercedes driver, who crashed into a broken down car on the A50, pleaded guilty to driving without due care and attention. He received 7 points and a £450 fine.
Oh yeah, is that the injury you've got?
The Fiesta driver was not at fault, and no action was taken against him for any offences.
Give me a hand, please got it. The officer's got it. Give me a hand.
The car thief, caught in a stolen Audi, who spat at officers, was charged with a total of 9 offences and pleaded guilty at court to dangerous driving, disqualified driving, aggravated vehicle taking, no licence, no insurance, and resisting and obstructing a police officer.
If you spit once more, we're going to put a hood on you to stop you spitting. No, well we don't want your spit all over.
He was sent to prison for 16 months and banned from driving for 4 years and 8 months.
find done to you. Failed to stop, drink drive, dangerous drive, and failed to provide sample of breath.
And the suspected drink driver, who was boxed in on the M1 after weaving across lanes, was charged with failing to stop, failing to provide, and driving without a licence.
I think he's drunk, mate. Stinks of booze. Should be in there.
At court, he pleaded guilty to all the offences and received a 12-week suspended sentence and was disqualified from driving for 42 months.